जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तविंद। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Saturday. It is 11th of October. It is Kartika Masa, Damodara Masa, Krishna Paksham, Panchami Tithi. So today there is one Vaishnava event today. So it is the disappearance day of Srila Narottama Das Thakur. So we shall read some pastimes of Narottama Das Thakur, who he is. So he has given immense treasure for all the Vaishnavas, including Guru Charana Padma and so many other kirtans and bhajans, and he is exemplary character in our Vaishnava Sampradaya, in Gaudiya Vaishnavas. Shall read few lines about Narottama Das Thakur. So can I request Prabhavati Satyamataji to read the first section of this one?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. The 11th of October marks the sacred disappearance day of Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura, one of the most revered saints in the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. The days of disappearance for Vaishnava saints are considered spiritually significant event within the community. They are occasions to commemorate and honor the contributions of these holy personalities who lived exemplary lives dedicated to the service of Lord Krishna and his devotees. Am I continuing, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, next section.
Srila Narottama Das Thakura was born in a royal family in West Bengal, but his life journey was far removed from worldly pursuits. As a beautiful prince, he was the only son in his family, yet he chose a life of pure devotion to Lord Krishna over material wealth and power. From an early age, he displayed unwavering spiritual inclination and remained a lifelong brahmachari celibate. At 16, Srila Narottama Das Thakura left his home and embarked on a spiritual journey that would ultimately shape the course of the Bhakti movement. Alongside Srila Shyamananda Prabhu and Srinivasa Acharya, Srila Narottama Das Thakura travelled to Vrindavana to study under the great Gaudiya Vaishnava scholars of the time. Initially, he had intended to visit Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Puri, but he was heartbroken to learn that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and his close associates had already left the world. This deepened his resolve to serve the mission of Mahaprabhu, leading him to Vrindavana, where he received the association of great saints like Srila Jiva Goswami, Srila Rupa Goswami, and Srila Sanatana Goswami. Srila Narottama Das Thakura's biography is a testament to his immense spiritual prowess. Under the guidance of Srila Jiva Goswami, he mastered the scriptures and became a key figure in propagating the Bhakti movement, which emphasized devotion to Lord Krishna as the supreme means of attaining spiritual fulfillment. His life, steeped in devotion and austerity, left a lasting impact on the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition, and he is remembered as a saint who lived and breathed the teaching of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Sorry, Prabhuji, I was reading
you,
from my
Mataji.
mobile. Sorry for
Yeah.
the mistakes. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Shash Mataji to read next significance of disappearance day in Vaishnava tradition? Shash Mataji, you are available.
Actually, I can't. I can only listen to you, Prabhuji. I'm really sorry.
Sorry. Yes, Mataji, that's fine. Thank you.
I'm really sorry, Prabhuji.
No worries, Mataji. Jayad Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Significance of Disappearance Day in Vaishnava tradition. A saint's disappearance day holds great spiritual significance in the Vaishnava tradition. Unlike the material conception of death as an end, the disappearance of a Vaishnava saint is seen as their return to the eternal service of the Lord in the spiritual realm. Therefore, Srila Narottam Das Thakur's disappearance day is not mourning, but honoring his legacy, teachings, and unwavering devotion to Lord Krishna's service. The disappearance day of Vaishnava saints is observed with devotion, fasting, and kirtan, congregational chanting of the holy name. These observances are not mere rituals but acts of remembrance that connect the devotees with the saints' teachings and spiritual example. For the followers of Srila Narottam Das Thakur, his disappearance day serves as a reminder to imbibe his spirit of renunciation, dedication to the bhakti movement, and deep love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Mataji to read next section, please?
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Srila Narottam Das Thakur's contribution to the Bhakti movement. Srila Narottam Das Thakur made significant contribution to the Bhakti movement, playing a pivotal role in spreading the teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu across Bengal and Orissa. His mission was to revive and reinforce the path of pure devotion as laid out by Mahaprabhu, emphasizing the importance of kirtans and the chanting of the holy names as the highest form of worship. Narottam Das Thakur was known for his eloquent kirtans and bhajans, which conveyed the deep spiritual emotions, love, and separation from the Lord. His songs continued to be sung by devotees worldwide, transcending time and culture. Narottam Das Thakur's kirtans are spiritual treasures, offering devotees a direct experience of the mood of devotion that uh, permeates the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. Sorry, I mean, your cursor was there, I couldn't see. Permeates, sorry. Um, direct experience of the mood of the devotion that permeates the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. Moreover, Srila Narottam Das Thakur played a key role in disseminating the teachings of his spiritual predecessors, particularly those of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Sanatan Goswami. His deep understanding of the scriptures, combined with his humility and devotion, allowed him to present the esoteric teachings of the Gaudiya Vaishnavism in a way that was accessible and relatable to the common people. Through his efforts, the Bhakti movement flourished, and the legacy of Narottam Das Thakur inspires devotees today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Can I request Saranya Mataji to read next section if Mataji is available? Meena Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna. Remembering his timeless teaching in Kirtans. The teachings of Narottam Das Thakur are deeply rooted in the principle of pure devotional bhakti taught by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. His songs, often filled with deep expressions of love, longing, and separation from the Lord, are revered for the profound spiritual depth. His kirtans and bhajans reflect the heart of the Gaudiya Vaishnava traditional, emphasizing humility, surrender, and the soul eternal relationship with Krishna. Narottam Das Thakur teaching urged devotees to cultivate a life of devotional and service to Krishna. His songs guide those on the path of bhakti, reminding them to always remain humble and devoted, even in the face of life's challenges. His compositions such as Hari Hari, Bifal and Gauranga Bolete Habe are timeless expressions of devotion song with great reverence during Vaishnava festival and gathering. His legacy is not limited to his kirtans alone. Narottam Das Thakur teachings also emphasize associating with devotees and practice sadhana, spiritual discipline with determination. His exemplified how one should approach spiritual life with sincerity and humility, and his instruction continued to guide Gaudiya Vaishnavas in their spiritual journey. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. I can request Gaurangi Mataji to read next section, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Okay. Honoring Srila Narottama Dasa contribution to the Gaudiya Vaisya, chant his kirtans, read about his Lee. The spiritual signification of Narottama Dasa Thakura's disappearance day lies in remembering his profound love for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the legates he wanted to spread the message of bhakti. His life stands as a beacon of pure devotion, and by observing his disappearance day, devotees are reminded to strive for the same level of dedication and love for Krishna. Vaishnava festival honoring Srila Narottama Dasa Thakura traditionally included offering of food, prasadam, special kirtan, and recitation of his work. These uh, observances help keep the spirit of Narottama Dasa Thakura's teaching alive and ensure that future generation of devotees continues to be inspired by his life. Hare Krishna.
Would you like to read the first paragraph as well, Mataji?
Okay. Honoring Srila Narottama Dasa contribution to the Gaudiya Vaisya, chant his kirtans, read about his Lee. Then, Prabhuji.
Okay, and that's all right, Mataji. So I shall read it. Okay, so honoring Srila Narottama Das Thakura and his disappearance allows devotees to reflect on his life and invaluable contributions to the Gaudiya Vaishnava tradition. So this day is celebrated with great reverence as devotees come together to chant his kirtans and read out his life and discuss the teachings of Narottama Das Thakura. So it is the auspicious day. So whenever Vaishnava saint lives, he is engaged in the service of the Lord eternally. Okay, that is how devotees celebrate And conclusion is that the disappearance day of Srila Narottama Das Thakura is a day of great spiritual importance for Gaudiya Vaishnavas. His life filled with devotion, humility, and deep spiritual wisdom remains a source of inspiration for devotees worldwide. By reflecting on the life and legacy of Srila Narottama Das Thakur, we are reminded of the timeless teachings of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the path of pure devotion he passionately advocated. On this sacred day, we honor Srila Narottama Das Thakur by engaging in his cherished practices, chanting the holy names, singing kirtans, and serving the Lord with love and devotion. As we remember Srila Narottama Das Thakur's disappearance day, may we be inspired to deepen our spiritual practice and carry forward the legacy of this great Gaudiya Vaishnava saint. Narottama Das Thakur ki jai. Thank you so much, and Mataji. Okay, so that remembering great Vaishnavas, it is so auspicious. They are our inspirations for all of us. Okay, so that is from everyone's perspective.
Just one question. So we have to fast on this day?
It is not prescribed fasting in the calendar.
All right, okay. Thank you.
We sing and then just honor him.
All right, okay. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so we shall move into our daily Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, Vidura is inquiring more questions to Maitreya Muni. So where he was asking, oh my dear Maitreya Rishi, Brahman, कथं भगवतः चिन्मात्रस्य अविकारिणः लीलया चापि युज्येरन् निर्गुणस्य गुणाः क्रियाः. Even the Supreme Personality of Godhead, free from all this material entanglement, and He is supreme. He is in the spiritual planet. When He comes here, how does He perform His pastimes? Even though for the sake of Leelas as well, Leelaya cha api yujheran nirgunasya gunaha kriyaha. So, and then he is asking more and more questions. So even though the Supreme Personality of Godhead, but children here in this material world, they are inclined to play with other children. They are more absorbed in playing things. But Lord is, He is the self-sufficient, Atma Rama. But He is not related to all these things. Why does He would come here and play such pastimes? So these are the questions of Vidura. Okay, so we are in the Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 7, verse number 3. क्रीडायां बुद्ध्यमो अर्भस्य कामः चिक्रीडशान् अन्यतः स्वतृप्तस्य च कथं निवृत्तस्य सदा अन्यतः. क्रीडायां बुद्ध्यमो अर्भस्य. So in the matter of playing, buddhyamaha, enthusiasm, arbhasya, of the boys, kridayam buddhyamo arbhasya, and then kamaha, so chikridayasan, chikridisha anyataha. So chikridisha, by willingness to play, they're always their desire and willingness to play. Children means they wanted to play. They do not want to go to the school. They don't want to learn something by someone else. But they wanted to go on their own free will. It is their freedom. They always inclined to play. Kamaha chikridasha anyataha, with other boys. Swataha truptasya cha katam. Swataha truptasya, for one who is self-satisfied. He is ourself. Swataha truptasya cha katam. And katam, what for? Nivrittasya sada anyataha. Nivrittasya, one who is detached, sada, or at all times, anyataha, otherwise. Why would he would come and play when he is not he is always self-sufficient? Why does still he will come to this material one and play in his pastimes? Leelaya chapi. Okay, likewise, Vidra's questions. क्रीडायां बुद्धिमो अर्धस्य कामः चिक्रीडश अन्यतः स्वतृप्तस्य च कथं निवृत्तस्य सदा अन्यतः Translation: Boys are enthusiastic to play with other boys or with various diversions because they are encouraged by desire. But there is no possibility of such desire for the Lord because he is self-satisfied and detached from everything at all times. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Can I request Sanjita Mataji to read the purport, please?
Prabhu, since the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one, without a second, there is no possibility that anything besides him can exist. He expands himself by his energies in multi forms of self-expansions and separated expansions as well, just as fire expands itself by heat and light. Since there are no other existence besides the Lord Himself, the Lord's association with anything manifests His association with Himself. In Bhagavad Gita 9.4, the Lord says, Maya tatam idam sarvam jagat avyakta murtina Matsthani sarvabhutani na chaham tasva avasthitah. The complete manifestation of the cosmic situation is an expansion of the Lord Himself in His impersonal feature. All things are situated in Him only, yet He is not in them. That is the opulence of Lord's attachment and detachment. He is attached to everything, yet He is detached from all. Shri Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. So here, since the Supreme Personality of Godhead is one without a second, there is no possibility that anything besides Him can exist. So this can, in a minute quantity, in our material world, we also perceive. So how it is perceived? So we are working and we have got enough money, so we buy a house. So this house belongs to us, and we may not be always in the home, but that house belongs to us. Likewise, we exist all the time. Likewise, the Lord exists all the time in His Golokurindan. At the same time, all other Brahman effulgence, it is um, Brahmano hi pratistaham amritasya avyasya cham. So that is also resting on the Krishna. And through the Brahman, everything else emanates. Aham sarvasya prabhavaha matta sarvam pravartate. And this material world also manifest later on. And material world, but the Lord is, everything rests on the Lord, but Lord does not always rest in the material world. So of course He is all pervading, but He is mentioning here. So here, the Lord, personality of Godhead is one without a second. He expands himself by his energies. So here, what are the energies? My home, my land, and all of my property, my children, everything are all my energies. Similarly, the Lord's expansions, they're all his energies. His energies in the multi forms of self-expansions. So many of spiritual planets, so many of these material universes, Brahman and Purusha incarnations, Leela incarnations, Guna incarnations, and then Yoga Avatar incarnations, Sekhya incarnations, Manvantara incarnations, they're all Krishna's expansions. There are his energies in multi forms, self-expansions and separated expansions as well. Just as the fire expands itself by heat and light, but the original personality of Godhead is Krishna. Since there is no other existence besides the Lord Himself, the Lord's association with anything manifests His association with Himself. Okay, so everything, so Rutyadham Yat Pratiyeta Na Pratiyet Chatmani Tad Vidjad Atmano Mayam Yatha Bhasu Yatha Tamaha. This is the second shloka of the Chatushloki Bhagavatam. So everything is in related to the Lord. But if something is happening which is not connecting, it appears that it is not connecting to Krishna, but that is the illusory thing. But everything is resting on Krishna. So the Lord's illusory energy works that it is not connected to Krishna. We may see that some part of the world is, they do not know about Krishna, but they're all working, but they do not know for what purpose they are working. And there are so many battles are going. For what purpose they are going, no one can give properly. It is everything illusory energy of the Lord. Tritiyadham yat pratiyeta na pratiyeta chatmani tad vidhyad atmano mayam yata abhasu yata tamaha abhasaha. It appears that it is happening, but it is tamaha. It is the illusory energy of the Lord. But everything are related to the Lord. And Krishna here in the Bhagavad Gita, it is mentioned that Maya tatam idam sarvam jagadavyaktha murtina mastani sarva bhutani na chaham teshu avastitaha. Maya tatam idam sarvam. Everything, O Arjuna, jagadavyaktha murtina. Avyakta murtina is the Brahman light. Brahman, avyakta murtina. And mastani sarva bhutani. All the living entities, they're all matstani, they are situated in the Lord. But nacha aham, but myself, nacha aham teshu avasitaha, na teshu avasitaha, but I am not in them. They're all resting, all sarva mastani sarva bhutani, nacha aham teshu avasitaha. They're all resting in me, but I am not in them. Okay, so this is very practical. So here, for example, when a king is there, he can claim that all kingdom is his, and it is resting in his strength and power. But king may not be all the time in each and every place of that kingdom, but he is always there in the palace. So similarly, the Lord is always in the Golok Vrindavan, but everything belongs to him. But na chaham teshu avasitaha, he is not resting in all of them. Okay, so this is all his energies are there. All his multi forms of self-expansions and separate expansions are there. So the complete manifestation of the cosmic manifestation is an expansion of the Lord himself in his impersonal feature. All things are situated in him only, yet he is not in them. Okay, that is the opulence of the Lord's attachment and detachment. He is attached to everything, yet he is detached from all of those things. So it is mattaha param nanyat kinchidasti dhananjaya mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana eva. Mai sarvam idam protam. Everything just like a pearls stringed and together in a garland. Likewise, all these universes, so many universes, they are also strung and then in control of the Lord. Mai sarvam idam protam sutre manigana eva. Likewise, but there is no truth beyond Krishna. Okay, so that is Prabhupada is describing here. So here Vitra is very intelligently asking questions. Kridayam buddhimu arbhasya kamaha chikridasha anyataha swatruptasya cha katam nivrittasya sada anyataha. So the Lord is always free, but how come he would come here and play just like a children? They desire to play with other children. Likewise, Vidra is inquiring. That is from Srimad Bhagavatam Vijay. Okay, we are at 7 o'clock. We shall move to the Damodarastakam. So today Damodarastakam by Sanchita Mataji. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
And the dear devotees, if you are doing ghee lamp offering, kindly turn on the videos, please. Hare Krishna. Yes, Mataji, please.
Let's start.
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. Shri Damodar Ashtakam ki jai. नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् यशोदाभियोलुखलाधवमानम् परमृष्टमत्यन्ततो द्रुतगोप्य रुदन्तामुहुर्नेत्रयुग्मं मृजान्ताम् करं भोजयुग्मेन सटाङ्कनेत्रम् मुहुःश्वासकं पात्रिरेखाङ्ककण्ठा स्थितग्रैवं दामोदरं भक्तिबद्धम् इति दृक्स्वलीलाभिरानन्दकुण्डे स्वघोषं निमज्जन्तम् आख्यापयन्तम् तदीये स्थितज्ञेषु भक्तिर्जितत्वाम् पुनः प्रेमतस्तं सतावृत्ति वन्दे वरं देवमोक्षं न मोक्षावधं दिं वा न चान्यं वृणेऽहं वरे सादपीह इदं ते वपुर्नाथ गोपालबालं सदा मे मनस्याभिरस्तं किमन्ये इदं ते मुखं भोजम् अत्यन्तनीले वृतं कुन्तले स्निग्धरक्तैश्च गोप्या मुहुश्चुम्बितं बिम्बं रक्तधरं मे मनस्याभिरस्तम् अलं लक्षलाभे नमो देव दामोदर अनन्त विष्णु प्रसीद प्रभु दुःखजलाब्धिमग्नम् कृपादृष्टिवृष्ट्यातिदिनं बतानु गृहाणेश मामाज्ञं यदि अक्षिदृश्य कुबेरात्मजौ बध्यमूर्तैर्व्ययद्वात् त्वया मोचितौ भक्तिभजौ कृतौ च तथा प्रेम भक्तिं स्वकामे प्रयच्छ न मोक्षे ग्रहो मेऽस्ति दामोदरेह नमस्तेऽस्तु दाम्ने स्फुरदीप्तिदाम्ने त्वदीयाधरायाथा विश्वस्य धाम्ने नमो राधिकायै त्वया दिया प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाभ्य तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकाय त्वया दिया प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाभ्य तुभ्यम् नमो राधिकाय त्वया दिया प्रियाय नमो नन्तलीलाय देवाभ्य तुभ्यम् Prabhu, can you take it up? नमामीश्वरं सच्चिदानन्दरूपं लसत्कुण्डलं गोकुले व्रजमानम् यशोदाभियोलुखलाधवमानम् परामृष्टमत्यन्तो धृतगोप्या हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Jai Shri Yashoda Damodar Lal ki Jai. Jai Shri Radha Damodar Bhagwan ki Jai. जय दामोदर मास की जय,
Jai.
जय
Yeah.
कार्तिक मास की जय. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna.
Thank you,
Sorry,
Mataji.
Prabhu, because of my cough, my breath was not proper, so I just managed somehow.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully said. Would you like to read the translations, Mataji, please?
Yes, Prabhu. To the Supreme Lord, whose form is the embodiment of eternal existence, knowledge, and bliss, whose shark-shaped earrings are swinging to and fro, who is beautifully shining in the divine realm of Gokula, who, due to the offense of breaking the pot of yogurt that his mother was churning into butter and then stealing the butter that was kept in the hanging from a swing, is quickly running from the wooden grinding mortar in fear of Mother Yashoda, but who has been caught from behind by her, who ran after him with greater speed to that of Supreme Lord Sri Damodara. I offer my humble obeisances. Seeing the whipping stick of in his mother's hand, he is crying and rubbing his eyes again and again with his two lotus hands. His eyes are filled with fear, and the necklace of pearls around his neck, which is marked with 3 lines like a conch shell, is shaking because of his quick breathing due to crying. To the Supreme Lord Sri Damodara, whose belly is not bound with ropes but with his mother's pure love, I offer my humble obeisances. By such childhood pastimes, sorry, by such childhood pastimes as this, he is drowning the inhabitants of Gokula in pools of ecstasy and is revealing to those devotees who are absorbed in knowledge of his supreme majesty and opulence that he is only conquered by devotees whose pure love is uh, imbues with intimacy and is free from all conceptions of awe and reverence. With great love, I again offer my obeisances to Lord Damodara hundreds and hundreds of times. O Lord, although you are able to give all kinds of benediction, I do not pray to you for the boon of impersonal liberation, nor the highest liberation of eternal life in Vaikuntha, nor any other boon which may be obtained by executing the 9 processes of bhakti. O Lord, I simply wish that this form of yours as Bala Gopala in Vrindavan may ever manifest in my heart, for what is the use to me of any other boon besides this? O Lord, your lotus face, which is encircled by locks of soft hair, black hair tinged with red, is kissed again and again by Mother Yashoda, and your lips are reddish like the bimba fruit. May this beautiful vision of your lotus face be ever manifest in my heart. Thousands and thousands of other benedictions are of no use to me. O Supreme Godhead, I offer my obeisances unto you, O Damodara, O Ananta, O Vishnu, O Master, O my Lord. Be pleased upon me by showering your glances of mercy upon me. Deliver this poor ignorant fool who is immersed in the ocean of worldly sorrows and become visible to my eyes. O Damodara, just as the 2 sons of Kuvera, Manigriva and Nalakuvera, were delivered from the curse of Narada and made into great devotees by you in your form as a baby tied with the rope to a wooden grinding mortar. In the same way, please give to me your own prema bhakti. I only long for this and have no desire for any kind of liberation. O Lord Damodara, I first of all offer my obeisances to the brilliantly effulgent rope which binds your belly. I then offer my obeisances to your belly, which is the abode of the entire universe. I humbly bow down to your most beloved Srimati Radharani, and I offer all obeisances to you, the Supreme Lord, who displays unlimited pastimes. Chidamodar Ashtakam ki jai.
Jai. Thank you so much, Sanchita Mataji and Meena Mataji for showing ghee lamp offering, and Jaivad Mataji for very beautifully showing ghee lamp offering to the Damodara. Very nice, so beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji.
Prabhuji, I couldn't tell whether you could see or not.
Yes, we could see Mataji.
Oh, okay, that's all right. Thank you.
So beautiful. Thank you so much. Okay, that is from Damodara Ashtakam. We shall move on to the next Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Jagadisha, November 26th, 1970, Bombay. We got Sakshi Mataji. Hare Krishna, Sakshi Mataji. Nice to see you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna, everyone.
Would you like to read that letter, Mataji?
Can I read?
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you. Thank you, Prabhuji, for giving me this opportunity. Hare Krishna. My dear Srila Prabhupada ki jai. My dear Jagadisa, please accept my blessings. I beg to acknowledge receipt of your letter dated 10th November 1970, and I have noted the contents carefully. I received a GBC report of the Pittsburgh meeting, and it is very nice. Please go on working cooperatively in this way and always keep in touch with other GBC members. Such communication will give you spiritual strength to make the right decisions for pushing this Sankirtan movement. So far as Canadian expansion is concerned, your suggestion to open centers in Ottawa, Hamilton, Quebec, and Winnipeg is very nice. So do it practically, and Krishna will be pleased by your sincere efforts. Performing Kirtana and conducting classes at universities along with the distribution in the libraries and colleges of our literature is a very important program. So do it enthusiastically. There are innumerable departments of knowledge being presented in the universities, but there is no department of knowledge for understanding the science of God, Krishna, and therefore we want to introduce such a department of knowledge. Yes, Krishna consciousness is simple. Chant, dance, take prasadam, and always try to think of Krishna. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is stated by Krishna that whatever you do, eat, give away in charity, or sacrifice should be done as an offering to him. And by this principle of work, surely you will come to him. So everyone has to eat and work. Simply, we should do so on Krishna's account, and that will make our life perfect. Hoping this will meet you in good health, your ever well-wisher, A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully read. Any points, Mataji, you wanted to highlight which may stuck your mind in this letter?
The most important is that what he says is that we should continue with the distribution of books, a distribution of books, and doing and chanting and offering prasadam, and most importantly spreading the knowledge of Krishna, the Krishna conscious movement, understanding, spreading the knowledge of the science of God. And he says that this is very important, and most important is that it is very simple. All we have to do is like chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, dance prasadam, and always try to think of Krishna. And in Bhagavad Gita, it is stated that whatever we do, eat, give away in charity or sacrifice, it should be done as an offering to Krishna. So when we are doing this, we always think of Krishna, and by this principle, we will get closer to him, and this will only make our life perfect. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful, excellent. Thank you so much, Mataji, for shooting out those bullet points. Nicely explained. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add? Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter. So Prabhupada is also suggesting just cooperatively working together always keep in touch with the GBC members. So such communication will give you spiritual strength to make the right decisions for pushing the Sankirtana movement. Okay, so who are in the bit of higher in the higher hierarchy, like the temple authorities or GBC members, like that, when we keep communications with them, so it will give us more spiritual strength, and to give that strength to the Hare Krishna movement, how we can spread. Okay, so spreading by book distributions, that is the major thing, the distribution of the books. Okay, that is from Srila Prabhupada's letter and from the announcements point of view. So today evening we have got Bhagavad Gita session at 7 p.m. Okay, that is our upcoming event. Okay, so apart from that, dear devotees, if you have got any other updates or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. Otherwise, we shall move on to next recitation of Srimad Bhagavatam.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Just
Hare.
wanted to mention there is a Maha program at the temple tomorrow. So it's a Maha Kirtan program. So it starts early in the morning. It's I think they do it once a month or something.
So monthly.
Yeah, once in a month, Mataji. Yeah,
Yes.
nice.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mataji. It's the second Sunday of the month, so generally. Is it the second Sunday of the month, Mataji, or it is?
No, I thought it used to be end of the month, but it keeps on changing slightly depending on.
It's changing. Okay.
I think so, but I can't be too sure. Yeah, and I think there is a speaker coming tomorrow. Is it one of the speakers? Is it Bhutanath or something? I don't know.
Okay, good. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the updates. Okay, any other updates? We shall move on to the recitation. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so we have completed. Yes, Mataji.
Sorry, Prabhu. I mean, I think two of them were not allocated. Are they allocated? Yesterday night I saw it wasn't. So maybe you can allocate and then start.
Maybe can I request for the second slot, Gaurangi Mataji, if Prabhavati Sachi Mataji wanted to do it for 22 to 27, if Prabhavati Mataji is available for that.
Sorry, Prabhuji, is it 22 to 27?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, Prabhuji.
And Gaurangi Mataji, 28 to 33.
Okay, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, we shall move with Meena Mataji. So, Meena Mataji, when you are ready, so with the invocation prayers, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya 3 times, and then start the recitation, Mataji, 1 to 7.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Sorry, which chapter again? Okay. Receive watch. Iti tasa swasaktinam satinam samityasa prasupta lokatantranam nishamya gatim ishvara. Rishi Maitri said, the Lord thus heard about the substance of the progressive creative function of the universe due to the non-combination of his potencies such as the Mahat Tattva. Kalasarnam tada devim biprascha kintamurukramah trayo visati tattvanam ganam yuga padavisat. The Supreme Powerful Lord then simultaneously entered into the 23 element with the goddesses Kali, his external energy, who alone amalgamates all the different elements. So अनुप्रविष्टो चेष्टारूपेण तगणं भिन्नं संयोजयमास सुप्तं कर्म प्रबोधयन्. Thus, when the personality of God had entered into the element by his energy, all the living entities were unleavened into different activities, just as one is engaged in his work after awakening from sleep. प्रबुद्धकर्मादेवेन त्रयोविंशतिको गणः प्रेरितो जनयस्वाभिं आदिपुरुषम. When the 23 principal elements were set in action by the will of the Supreme, the gigantic universal form or the Visvarupa body of the Lord came into existence. Parena visata swabhim matraya visvasarguna chuksho bhanyo chuksho bhayo yamasadya yasmit loka chara. As the Lord in his plenary portion entered into the element of the universal creation that transformed into the gigantic form in which all the planetary system and all movable and unmovable creations rest. Hiranyamaya sapurusha sahasra परिवत्सरान् आडकोश उवासाप्सु सर्वसप्तो अब्रवीत. The gigantic Virat Purusha, known as Hiranyamaya, lived for 1,000 celestial years on the water of the universe, and all the living entity lay with him. सवि विश्वसृजां गर्भो देवकर्मा आत्मशक्तिमान् बिभद्भाजा आत्मना आत्मन्मेकध्यादशध्या त्रिधा. The total energy of the Mahat Tattva in the form of gigantic Virat Rupa divided himself by himself into the consciousnesses of the living entity, the life of activity, and self-identification, which are subdivided into 1, 10, and 3 respectively. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely recited. Okay, we shall move on. Next, Sakshi Mataji, please. Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Esha ya ashesha sattvanam atmasya parmanatmanah adyovadaro yatrasau bhutagramo vibhavyate. The gigantic universal form of the Supreme Lord is the first incarnation and plenary portion of the Supersoul. He is the self of an unlimited number of living entities, and in him rests the aggregation creation which thus flourishes. Sadhyatma Sadi Devescha Sadi Bhuta iti Tridha Virat Prano Dashavidha Ekadhaya Rudayena cha. The gigantic universal form is represented by 3, 10, and 1 in the sense that he is the body and mind and the senses. He is the dynamic force for all movements by 10 kinds of life energy, and he is the one heart where life energy is generated. स्मरण विश्वसृजामिषो विद्यापीतम् अधोक्षजः विराजमतपत्स्वेन तेजसैषामविवृत्तये. The Supreme Lord is the super soul of all the demigods, entrusted with the task of constructing the cosmic manifestation. Being prayed to by the demigods, he thought to himself and thus manifested the gigantic form for their understanding. अभितस्याभितप्स्य कतिदायतनानि निह निरभिन्द्यन्त देवानां तानि मे गदत शृणु. Maitreya said, "You may now hear from me how the Supreme Lord separated himself from the diverse forms of the demigods after the manifestation of the gigantic universal form." तस्याग्निरस्यं निर्भिन्नं लोकपालो विषपदं वाचा स्वांशेन वक्तव्यं ययासौ प्रतिपद्यते. Agni or heat separated from his mouth, and all directors of material affairs entered into it in their respective positions. By that energy, the living entity expresses himself in words. Nirbhinnam talu varuno lokapalo vishadvarehe jingya yashena charasam yayasau pratipadyate. When the palette of the gigantic form was separately manifested, Varuna, the director of water in the planetary systems, entered therein, and thus the living entity has the facility to taste everything with his tongue. Nirbhinna Ashwino nase Vishnoravishatam padam घ्राणेनांशेन गन्धस्य प्रतिपतिर्यतो भवेत्. When the Lord's two nostrils separately manifested themselves, the dual Ashwini Kumaras entered them in their proper positions, and because of this, the living entities can smell the aromas of everything. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Thank you so much. Okay, we shall move on. Next with Jayaved Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna, yes. Nirbhinne akshini tvashta lokapalo vishad vibhoha chakshu shamshena rupanam pratipatiryato bhavet. Thereafter, the two eyes of the gigantic form of the Lord was separately manifested. The sun, the director of light, entered them with the partial representation of eyesight, and thus the living entities can have vision of forms. Nirbhinnan anya asya charmani lokapalo nilo vishat pranena shena sparsham yena so pratipadyate. When there was a manifestation of skin separated from the gigantic form, Anila, the deity directing the wind, entered with partial touch, and thus the living entities can realize tactile knowledge. Karnavasya vinirbhinno dhishnayam swam vivishur dishaha shrotrenam shena shabdasya siddhim yena prapadyate. When the ears of the gigantic form became manifested, all the controlling deities of the directions entered into them with the hearing principles, by which all the living entities hear and take advantage of sound. Tvacham asya Vinirbhinam vivishurdhishna nyam oshadihi amshena roma bhiha kandum yer aso pratipadyate. When there was a separate manifestation of skin, the controlling deities of sensations and their different parts entered into it, and thus the living entities feel itching and happiness due to touch. Medharam tasya vinirбhinam swadhishnayam ka upavishat retasam yena sav anandam pratipadyate. When the genitals of the gigantic form separately became manifest, then Prajapati, the original living creature, entered into them with his partial semen, and thus the living entities can enjoy sex pleasure. Gudam pumso vinirbhinam mitralokesha avishat payunam shena yenauso visargam pratipadyate. The evacuating channel separately became manifest, and the director named Mitra entered into it with partial organs of evacuation. Thus the living entities are able to pass stool and urine. Hastav asya vinirbhinav indriha swarpatir avishat vartyam shena purusho yaya vritim prapadyate. Thereafter, when the hands of the gigantic form separately became manifested, Indra, the ruler of the heavenly planets, entered into them, and thus the living entity is able to transact business for his livelihood. Hare Krishna, and apologies for my mistakes. Sorry.
Hare Krishna. Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Nicely recited. Okay, we shall move on. Next, Prabhavati Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. पादौ अस्य विनिर्भिन्नौ लोकेशो विष्णुर अविशत् गत्या स्वांशेन पुरुषो यया प्राप्यं प्रपद्यते. Translation. Thereafter the legs of the gigantic form separately became manifest, and the demigods, named Vishnu, not the personality of Godhead, entered with a partial movement. This helps the living entity move to his destination. 23. Buddhim cha asya vinirbinnam vagishodishnayam avishat bodhenam shena bodhavyam pratipattiryato bhavet. Translation. When the intelligence of the gigantic form separately became manifest, Brahma, the Lord of the Vedas, entered into it with the partial power of understanding, and thus an object of understanding is experienced by the living entities. 24. Hridayam cha asya nirbhinnam chandramadishnayam avishat manasam shena yanasau Vikriyam Pratipadyate. Translation. After that, the heart of the gigantic form separately manifested itself, and into it entered the moon demigod with partial mental activity. Thus, the living entity can conduct his mental speculation. Atmanam chasya nirbhinnam abhimano avishat padam karmanam shena yanasau Kartavyam Pratipadyate. I'm reading from book Prabhupada Hare Krishna. Translation. Thereafter, the materialistic ego of the gigantic form separately manifested itself, and into it entered Rudra, the controller of the false ego, with his own partial activities by which the living entity transacts his objective action. 26. Sattavam cha asya vinirbinnam mahan deshnayam upavishat Chetenam shena yenasau vijnanam pratipadyate. Translation: Thereafter, when his consciousness separately manifested itself, the total energy Mahasattva entered with his conscious part. Thus, the living entity is able to conceive specific knowledge. 27. Shishnavasya dharapadyam padyam kanabhirvupapadyata gunanam vittayogeshu pratiyante suradaya. Translation: Thereafter, from the head of the gigantic form, the heavenly planets were manifested, and from his leg, the earthly planets, and from his abdomen, the sky separately manifested themselves. Within them, the demigods and others also were manifested in terms of the modes of material nature.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Sorry.
Very beautifully recited. Okay, we shall move on next to Gaurangi Mataji, please. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Text 28. Atyantikina satvena devam devaha pravedire dharam rajasaha bhavina panayoye chatanano. Translation: the demigods, um, qualified by the super excellent quality of the mode of godness, are uh, situated in the heavenly planets, whereas the human beings become of their nature in the mode of passion, live on the earth in company with their subordinates. Text 29. Tartiyena स्वभावेन भगवान्नाभिमाश्रितः उभयोरन्तरं व्योम ये रुद्रपार्षदं गणः. Translation: living entities who are associated of Rudra develop in the third mode of material nature or ignorance. They are situated in the sky between the earthly planets and the heavenly planets. Text 30. Mukato avartata brahma purusasya kuruda doha yastun mukhatva dvarnanam mukhyo a buddhahano guru. Translation: O chief of the Kuru dynasty, the Vedic wisdom become manifested from the mouth of the Virat, the gigantic form. Those who are inclined to this Vedic knowledge are called Brahmanas, and they are the natural teachers and spiritual masters of all the orders of society. Society. Text 31. बहुभ्यो आवर्तत क्षेत्रं क्षेत्रीयस्तदुना व्रतः यो जातः श्रूयते वर्णन् पुरुषाः कण्ठकाच्यतात्. Translation: thereafter the power of protection was generated from the arms of the gigantic Virat form, and the religion to such power the Castilians also came into existence by following the Castilla principle of protecting society from the disturbance of thieves and miscreants. Text 32. विश्व आवर्तन्त तस्योर्वो लोका वृत्तिकरिभिर्भुः वैश्यस्तथा भादवो वार्ता नृणां यः समवर्तयात्. Translation: The means of livelihood of all person, namely production of grains and their distribution to the prajas, was generated from the things of the Lord's gigantic form. The mercantile men who take charge of such excavation are called um, Vaishya. Text 33. Padabhyam Bhagavato Jage Sususa Dharma Siddhayai Tasyam Jataha Pura Sudro Yadvritya Tushyate Hariho. Translation: Thereafter, service was manifested from the legs of the personality of Godhead for the sake of perfecting the religious function situated on the legs are the Sudras who satisfy the Lord by service.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Everyone, thank you so much. Next, Sanchita Mataji, please.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. एते वर्णाः स्वधर्मेण यजन्ति स्वगुरुं हरिं श्रद्धयात्मा विशुद्ध्यर्थं यज्जातः सह वृत्तिभिः. All these different social divisions are born with their occupational duties and living conditions from the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, for unconditional life and self-realization, one has to worship the Supreme Lord under the direction of the spiritual master. Etat shattar bhagavato daiva karmatma rupinah kah shraddhayayad upakartum yoga maya balodayam. O Vidura, who can estimate or measure the transcendental time, work, and potency of the gigantic form manifested by the internal potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead? Tathapi kirtayami anga yatha mati yatha shrutam kirtim hare swam satkartum giramanyabhidhasatim. In spite of my inability, whatever I have been able to hear from the spiritual master and whatever I could assimilate, I am now describing in glorification of the Lord by pure speech, for otherwise my power of speaking would remain unchaste. Ekanta labham vachaso nupumsam Shloka mauler gunavadam ahuhu Sutascha vidyadbhi upakartayam katha sudhayam upasam prayogam. The highest perfectional gain of humanity is to engage in the discussions of the activities and glories of the pious actor. Such activities are so nicely arranged in writing by the greatly learned sages that the actual purpose of the year is to serve just by being near them. Atmano vasito vatsa Mahima Kavina Nida Samvatsara Sahasrante Dhiya Yoga Vipakaya. O my son, the original poet Brahma, after mature meditation for 1000 celestial years could know only the glories of the Supreme Soul are inconceivable. Ato Bhagavato Maya Mayinam api mohini yat swayam chatma vartatma na veda kim utapare. The wonderful potency of the Supreme Personality of Godhead is bewildering even to the jugglers. That potency is unknown even to the self-sufficient Lord. It is certainly unknown to others. Yato prapya vachascha manasa saha aham chanya ime devas tasmai bhagavate namaha. Word, mind, and ego, with their respective controlling demigods, have failed to achieve success in knowing the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, we simply have to offer our respectful obeisances unto Him as a matter of sanity. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai.
Very beautiful.
Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purpose of the third canto, sixth chapter of the Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled Creation of the Universal Form. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautifully recited. Wonderful. Okay, and all Mataji so nicely recited Srimad Bhagavatam, third canto, chapter 6. With that one, that chapter is completed. So that is from the citation perspective. Shall we move on to the Shri Brahma Samhita? We got few minutes. Okay, so we have been discussing Shri Brahma Samhita since for last few weeks. So this big shloka, I request the devotees again. This is Shri Brahma Samhita. Let me share the full screen. This is coming to Golok Vrindavan. As soon as we see the picture, we are not anywhere. We are in the Golok Vrindavan. Okay, so we absorb ourselves. So here, this is the Golok Vrindavan. This is सहस्रपत्रकमलं गोकुलाख्यं महत्पदं तत्कन्निकारं तद्धाम तदनन्तासंभवं कन्निकारं मध्यन्त्रं षट्कोणं वज्रकीलकं षडङ्गषट्पदिस्थानं प्रकृत्या पुरुषेण च प्रेमानन्दमहानन्दरसेन अवसितं हि यत् ज्योतिरूपेण मनुना कामबीजेन सङ्गतं तत्किञ्जल्कं तदंशाणं तत्पत्राणि श्रियामपि. So this is the construction of the lotus flower. So beautifully in the middle, Krishna and Radharani, they're enjoying. And then further describing about the Chaturasram. So Chaturasram Tatparitaha Shveta Dvipakyam Adbhutam Chaturasram Chaturmurte Chaturdhama Chatushkrutam Chaturbihi Purushadhaisha Chaturbihi Etadbhivrutam Sole Dasviranadha Modvo Ado Digvidikshwapi Ashtabihi Nidibihi Dustamastabihi Dibihi Tata Manurupa Shadasidik Palaihi Paritavrutam श्यामैः गौरैष रक्तैष शुक्लैष पाशदर्शभैः शोभितं शक्तिविस्ताभिः अद्भुताभिः समन्ततः. In such a way, this is the beauty of it. We have been discussing this topic for last few weeks. Okay, so I request dear devotees again kindly take a chance to recite this big shloka, and then we continue with the second paragraph of the purport. Okay, I request Gauringi Mataji, would you like to start the recitation, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. This one, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay. I'm using glass, Prabhuji. Sorry for late. Okay. Chatur asam tat partitas sabdad bhipakhyam अद्भुतं चतुरस्रं चतुर्मूर्ते चतुर्धाम चतुष्कृतं चतुर्विंश च पुरुषार्थाश्च चतुर्भिर्हिन्दुभिर्वृतं शूलैर्दशाभिरानन्दम् आर्धवाद्यादिग विदिक अपि निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टाभिः सिद्धिभिस्ततः मनोरूपश्च दशाभिर्दिक्पालः परितो वृतं समायर्गरुरैश्च रुक्ताश्च शुक्लाश्च परशुधरसभः सुवितं शक्तिभिस्ताभिर्धूताभिः समन्ततः. Sorry for this, cannot recite.
Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely recited. Okay, so next, can I request Prabhavati Sachi Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, it's a bit difficult. I'll try. Chaturashram, sorry. Chaturashram Chaturpatiः श्वेतदीपाख्यम् अद्भुतम् चतुरश्रम् चतुर्मूर्तेर्चतुर्धाम चतुर्कृतम् चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थैश्च चतुर्भिर्हेतुभिर्वृतम् सुलैर्दशभिरानन्दम् ऊर्ध्वदो दिग्विक्ष्वपि अष्टाभिर्निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टाभिः सिद्धिभिस्ततः मनुरूपैश्च दशभिर्दिक्पालैः परितो वृतम् श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पार्षदैश्च. Can you please help me, Prabhu, here? Parshadashbhihi shobhitam. Sorry, Prabhuji.
Parshadarshabhaihi
shobhitam shaktibihi tattabhir adbhutabhihi samantataha. Thank you, Prabhuji. Sorry for the mistake.
Very beautiful, Mataji. Very nicely done. Okay, can I request Jaivaid Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna, yes, thank you. Chatur ashram tat paritah shveta dvipakhyam adbhutam chatur ashram chatur murtesh chatur dhama chatushkrutam chaturbhiha parusharthaischa chaturbhir hetubhirvritam shuler dashabhir anadham ऊर्ध्वाधो दिग्विदिक्ष्व अपि अष्टाभिर्निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टाभिः सिद्धिभिः तथा मनोरूपैश्च दशाभिर्दिक्पालैः परितो वृतं श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पर्षदर्शभिः शोभितं शक्तिभिः ताभिरद्भुताभिः समन्ततः. Hare Krishna, thank you.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. When we go to Golok Vrindavana, so we will come across all these things. So it is a familiarity now. Thank you so much, Jayaved Mataji. Can I request Sanchita Mataji, please?
Yes, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. चतुराश्रं तत्परितः श्वेतदीपाख्यम् अद्भुतं चतुराश्रं चतुर्मूर्तेश् चतुर्धाम चतुष्कृतं चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थैश्च चतुर्भिर्हेतुभिर्वृतं शूले दशाभिरानद्धम् ऊर्ध्ववधो विधिस्व अपि अष्टाभिर्निधिभिर्जुष्टम् अष्टाभिः सिद्धिभिस्तथा मनुरूपैश्च दशाभिर्दिक्पाले परितो वृतं श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पार्षदर्शभैः शोभितं शक्तिभिस्ताभिरद्भुताभिः समन्ततः Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely recited. Sakshi Mataji, would you like to recite Mataji, please?
Hare Krishna. Yes, Prabhuji. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. चतुरश्रं तत्परित श्वेत अद्विपकयम् अद्भुतं चतुरश्रं चतुर्मूर्तेस् चतुर्धाम चतुष्कृतं चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थैश्च चतुर्भिर्हतुभिर्व्रतं शूलैर्दशभिरन्नाथम् ऊर्ध्वाधो विदिक्ष्व अपि अष्टभिर्निशिभिर्दुष्टम् अष्टभिः सिद्धिभिस्तथा मनुरूपैश्च दशाभिर्दिक्पालैः परितो वृतं श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पार्षदशभैः शोभितं सप्ताभिस्ताभिर् अद्भुताभिः समन्ततः. Thank you, Prabhuji. Please forgive me for any mistakes. Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you. Very beautifully recited. Thank you so much, Mataji. Meena Mataji, if you are available.
चतुराश्रं तत्परितः श्वेता आदिपख्यम् अद्भुतं चतुराश्रं चतुर्मूर्ति चतुर्धाम चतुर्कृतं चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थश्च चतुर्भिः हेतुभिः वर्तमस्ति सुलेरदशाभिरानन्दधाम उद्धव अध्योदिग्विधिश्च अपि आस्ताभिर्निधिभिर्जस्तम् आस्ताभिः सिद्धिभिस्ततः मनुरूपैश्च दशाभिः दिक्पालैः परितो व्रतं श्याममर गरुडाश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च परशराभ्यः शोभितं स कीर्तिभिस्तभिराधिभूताभिः समअनन्तः.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, so where devotees kindly unmute and just follow. We all do together. So line by line, I do first, and then you all unmute and then follow behind me. We do line by line. Chaturastram tatparitah
चतुराश्रं
परितः
श्वेतद्वीपाख्यम् अद्भुतम्
श्वेतादीपमद्भुतम् अद्भुतम्
चतुरस्रं चतुर्मूर्तेः
चतुराश्रं चतुर्मूर्तेः
चतुर्धाम चतुष्कृतम्
चतुर्धाम
चतुष्कृतं
चतुष्कृतम्
चतुर्भिः पुरुषार्थैश्च
Chaturbihi
चतुर्भिः
Purushashtesha
सा
चतुर्भिः हेतुभिः वृतं
Chaturbihi Hetubhirvritam
कृतं
स्थूलैर्दशभिरानद्धं
Dashabhir Anadam
अन्दम्
ऊर्ध्वो अधो दिग्विदिक्ष्वपि
Urdhavadho Digvidikshvapi
अष्टभिः निधिभिः जुष्टम्
Ashtabhir Nidhibhir Jushtam
अष्टभिः सिद्धिभिः तथा
Ashtabhi Siddhibhi Tatha
तथा
मनुरूपैषदशिभिः
Manurupescha Dasabhi
दिक्पालैः परितो वृतम्
Dikpaleha Vritam
श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च
Shamir
Gaureshcha Raktescha
शुक्लैश्च पाशदर्शभैः
Sukleshcha Pashadarshapheya
शोभितं शक्तिभिः ताभिः
Shobhitam Shaktibihi Tabhiri
अद्भुताभिः समन्ततः
अद्भुताभिः समन्विता
Aha
Very beautiful. Thank you so much. It is a tongue twisting, but when we are combining these words, now we have done little bit as much as possible, splitting the words. When we do it combiningly, Chaturastram Tatparitaha Shvetadvipakyam Adbhutam Chaturastram Chaturmurte Chaturdhama Chatushkrutam Chaturbihi Purushadhesha Chaturbihe Turbivrutam Suledasbiranadham Udhu Ado Digvidikshvapi अष्टभिः निधिभिः जुष्टमस्तिभिः सिद्धिभिः तथां मनुरूपशदशदिक्पालैः परितो वृतं श्यामैर्गौरैश्च रक्तैश्च शुक्लैश्च पार्श्वदर्शभैः शोभितं शक्तिभिस्ताभिः तद् अद्भुताभिः समन्ततः. When we are doing combinedly and continuously, it will come in a very beautiful recitation. Okay, so but we shall move on to further translations. Sakshi Mataji, would you like to read the translation, Mataji?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Translation. The surrounding external plane of Gokula is described in this verse. There is a mysterious quadrangular place called Shweta surrounding the outskirts of Gokula. Shweta is divided into 4 parts on all sides. The abode of Vasudeva, Shankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha are separately located in each of these 4 parts. These 4 divided abodes are enveloped by the fourfold human requirements such as piety, wealth, passion, and liberation, as also by the 4 Vedas. Example, Rig Veda, Yajur, and Atharva. Rig Veda, Sama, Yajur, and Atharva, which deal with the mantra and which are the basis of achievements of the fourfold mundane requirements. 10 tridents are fixed in the 10 directions, including the zenith and nadir. The 8 directions are decorated with the 8 jewels of Mahapadma, Padma, Shankha, Makara, Kachapa, Mukunda, Kunda, and Nila. There are 10 protectors, Dikpalas, of the 10 directions in the form of mantra. The associates of hues of blue, yellow, red, and white are and the extraordinary potencies bearing the names of Vimala, etc., shine on all sides. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
So, have you come across, Mataji, so this picture before? Any devotees new to this picture? Okay, so all devotees are familiar with this one. So what are the descriptions we have recited and read the translation? This is the Chaturmurti shape. It is in the quadrangle, the 4 sides, and there are 4 abodes of the Lord. Here again, Vasudeva, Sankarshana, Pradyumna, and Aniruddha. This is a Shvetadvipakyam. This is Shvetadvipa, you see white one. And then there are four abodes of the Lord. Again, there are four Vedas, Vedesha. This is Rigveda, Samaveda, and Atharvaveda Veda, and then Yajurveda, four Vedas. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Mokshas, there are also surrounded. There are the Purusharthas. And then Solehi, the Spyanadha, there are solas are surrounding the this is 1, 2, and then likewise there are 10 solas in 10 directions here and here, and then bottom there are 2. Likewise, there are 10 solas, and there are jewels also. Ashtabhihi, there are 8 jewels. So we see here 1, 2, 3, 4, and then here again Ashtabhihi, and Ashtabhihi means 8. So, and again the Siddhibhihi, there are also different energies of the Lord, there are also surrounding here. And the colors of the associates, Parshadarshabaihi, they are in a different colors. Shama color, Gaura, Rakta, Sukla, so they are different colors. And then there it is filled with different kinds of opulences. That is the Goloka Vrindavana. Okay, so within that descriptions of Goloka Vrindavana, we have been discussing in this purport. Okay, so first paragraph of the purport we have gone through. So this is the second paragraph. We shall read at least one part of the section. So up to here. Okay, Prabhavati Sachin Mataji, would you like to read this section? We are available.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, sorry, I was on mute. I'm reading from my book, so it's from the devotees who are imbued. Is that the one, yeah?
Yes, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. The devotees who are imbued with all love and who walk in the footsteps of the spiritual maids of Braja alone attain to the realm of Goloka. The different locations of the devotees in Goloka, according to the respective differences in the nature of their rasa, that is, mellow quality, are settled by the inconceivable power of Krishna. The pure devotees following the devotees of Braja and those following the pure devotees of Navadvipa are located in the realm of Krishna and Gaura respectively. The identical devotees of Braja and Navadvipa simultaneously attain to the pleasure of service in the realm of Krishna and Gaura. Sri Jiva Goswami writes in his work, Gopala Champu, that the supreme transcendental realm is called Goloka, being the abode of Go, transcendental cows, and Gopa, transcendental cowherds. This is the seat of the rasa pastimes of the absolute Sri Krishna. Again, the realm is called Shvetadipa, owing to the realization of some of the rasas, which are the inconceivable manifestation derived from the untouched purity of that supreme realm. The twofold entities of the supreme Goloka and the supreme Shvetadipa are indivisibly the realm of Goloka. The gist of what is that, Prabhuji?
Mataji, yeah, just up to that point only, Mataji.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Okay, so this is the first section. This is, I think, within the quotes here. Thank you so much, Mataji. So just to reflect on those points here. So devotees, they are situated in the Goloka Vrindavana. And here, Goloka Vrindavana, here in the middle, there is Radha and Krishna here. And then there are other pastimes of Radha Krishna here. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and here Nityananda Prabhu, associates of the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. This is the Navadvipa, is also section of Goloka Vrindavana. So the pastimes are also happening. Those pastimes, that is Navadvipa here in this material world manifested. And other one is the Vrindavana, that is manifested in this in the earthly planet. ये यथा अभिवर्तन्ते पुर्योः भगवतः प्रियाः तास्तथा सन्ति वैकुण्ठे तत्तत् लीलार्धमादृताः. Those Golok, Vrindavana, and Navadvipa, they are manifested on the earth. Okay, so here when we observe, when we go to the Vrindavana temple or Navadvipa, the people who are connected to Krishna, the mood, how they have different people have different moods and rasas and mellows. And here, and according to the nature of a living entity, we also attracted to particular nature. I wanted to recite something. I wanted to serve a particular activity. I wanted to do something else, sing the glories of the Lord. I want to do book distribution. Everyone has got particular taste. I wanted to prepare nice prasadam. Likewise. So they are attracted to in the Vrindavana or Navadvipa. So here, who are imbued with all love and who walk in the footsteps of the spiritual maids of Praja alone attain to the realm of Goloka. We need to be associates of the Vraja people. Then only we can go to the Goloka. If we are associating with the opulent devotees of the Lord, like who are attracted to the opulence, like Vaikunta, they will go to the Vaikunta planet. Here, the different locations of the devotees in Goloka also, according to the respective differences in the nature of their rasa. There are 5 rasas again: Shantarasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vashalya rasa, and Prema or Madhura rasa. Here, but in the Vaikuntha planet, there is a Dasya rasa. I wanted to say, Lord is my master. Everyone are his Bhrutyas. So that is opulent. Lord, there only one particular rasa. But in the Goloka Vrindavana, you have got friends and motherly affections, and then lover, conjugal love, and also serving also. That mood is also existing in a different rasas. Okay, this mellow quality are settled by the inconceivable power of Krishna. The pure devotee is following the devotees of Praja, and those following the pure devotees of Navadvipa are located in the realm of Krishna and Gaura respectively. This is the realm of one side here in the right side, it is the realm of Krishna, other side is the realm of Gaura. They're situated respectively. And the identical devotees of Raja and Navadvipa simultaneously assigned to the pleasures of service in realm of Krishna and Gaura. So if we go to the Mayapur, where all devotees are singing, so every day morning we see Chaitanya, the Panchatattva devotees come here for Guru Ashtakam early morning, Samsara Dharma. And then that mood of Navadvip, Navadvip Mayapur Dham Ki Jai, likewise we say, and the mood of the devotees in the Navadvip. And here in the Vraja, it's a different mood. Navadvipa is a kind of a Vipralambha. They are in a separation. And in the Vrindavana, everyone are Thakurji and Ladliji. Likewise, they have a different moods in the Vrindavan. Okay, they're absorbed, completely absorbed. But for outside people, we may think that they are in ordinary people or innocent people or uneducated people like that. But their mood is completely absorbed in thoughts of Krishna. But in the Navadvipa, they are in the thoughts of Gaura Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Srila Jiva Goswami writes in his work Gopala Champu that the supreme transcendent realm is called Goloka, being the abode of Go means transcendental cows. And Gopa transcendental cows. This is the seat of Rasa pastimes. So this pastimes of the absolute Sri Krishna again. The realm is called Shvetadvipa owing to the realization of some of the rasas which are the inconceivable manifestation derived from the untouched purity of supreme realm. So this is about the Shvetadvipa owing to the realization of some of the rasas which are inconceivable manifestation derived from untouched purity of that supreme realm. The twofold entities of the Supreme Goloka and Supreme Shvetadvipa are indivisibly the realm of Goloka. So everything it is considered as Goloka Vrindavana. So here all these petals, and also the Shweta as well. So everything is situated here in the Brahma Jyoti only. All these Vaikuntha planets here, innumerable Vaikuntha planets. And so if we go a little bit zoom on one of the topmost Vaikuntha planet, that is the Goloka Vrindavana, that is here described as a little bit above picture in a wider little bit expansion. That is, everything is in the Vaikuntha planets, in the Brahma Jyoti. All but topmost planet is the Goloka Vrindavan. Okay, so that is description of that. Okay, so and then just maybe there one more section. We shall stop there and then we will discuss any topics there. Maybe we can just only a little bit of it. Can I request any other devotee to read this 4 lines only, please?
May I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji, please.
Okay. The gist of the whole matter is this. Golaka as Shwetadeep is eternally manifest because the pleasures of enjoyment of the rasa could not be had in its entirety in the pastimes of Krishna in Vraja. He accepts the emotion and effulgence of his predominated moiety, Sri Radhika, and makes an eternal pastime for the enjoyment of Krishna Ras there. Hare Krishna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. So here in the Sri Brahma Samhita itself, later on Brahma, when he was glorifying the Lord, Shriyaha Kantaha Kantaha Parama Purushaha Kalpataru Drma Bhumi Shintamani Ganamayi Toyam Amritam Kataghanam Natyam Gamanam Api Vamshi Priyasake Chidanandam Jyotihi Paramapi Tada Swadhyamapi Cha Sayatra Kshirabdihi Sravati Surabhipishu Mahan निमेषाद्धाक्यो व्रजति न हि यत्रापि समयः भजे श्वेतदीपं तम अहम इह गोलोकमिति यं विदन्तस्ते सन्तः किति विरलः चाराः कतिपये भजे श्वेतदीपम. So here Lord Brahma he wanted to glorify the Shweta. So here Golok as the Shweta is eternally manifest because the pleasures of enjoyment of that rasa could not be had in the entirety in the pastimes of Krishna in Braja. He accepts the emotion and effulgence of his predominated moiety, Sri Radha, and makes an eternal pastime for the enjoyment of Krishna Rasa there. It is a bit of tricky thing to understand to at least my tiny brain. So here, Golok as Shwetdipa is eternally manifest because the pleasures of enjoyment of the rasa could not be had in its entirety in the pastimes of Krishna in Braja. He accepts the emotion and effulgence of his predominated moiety, Sri Radha, and makes an eternal pastime for the enjoyment. So here in the beginning, Premananda Mahananda Rasena Avasitam Hiyet. So he is enjoying with his Premananda. Premananda Rasena Avasitam Hiyet Mahananda. This is the greatest happiness that he enjoys with all the gopis in the Vrindavana. That happens in the middle of the world of this lotus flower. Okay, that only I can understand. But if devotees have got different reflections, you kindly share. So far we have read a little bit of it. Devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted to share anything, kindly share. This is bit of it is by Jiva Goswami and later on Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami. Okay, so that's why some words are a bit tricky as well. Okay, kindly dear devotees, if you have got any questions or you wanted to share anything, kindly do so. Prabhavati Sachi Mataji. Wanted to share anything, add anything, Mataji? here and meet Mataji. Okay, if Prabhavati Sachi Mataji is not available, Sakshi Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Which one, Prabhuji? Okay.
And just it's questions and reflections. Are you wanted to add anything to this?
Okay. Yeah. You want me to read, Prabhuji?
No, Mataji. So just I'm asking if you could add and explain anything to all of us. So about this Goloka Vrindavan from the part that you have read. Okay, you go on and meet Mataji. Okay, Sanchita Mataji wanted to add anything, Mataji?
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
You wanted to add anything, Mataji? So from the descriptions.
Okay, so I mean the part which is highlighted, it basically is the summary of what we have covered so far. So like as the Golok, it's a Shwetadeep and it's eternally manifested for the pleasure of rasa that could not have been it had couldn't. I was trying to reflect on this, Prabhu. I couldn't understand. Like, for the pleasure of the enjoyment of the rasa could not be had its entirety in the pastime of Krishna in Braja. So, does it mean that the entire Krishna's pastime in the Braja uh, and this part, that could not had its entirety in the pastime?
Yeah, so this one is here in the Atali Vrindavana, Atali Raja. So it is only a temporary
It's
manifestation.
not eternal. Okay, yeah, I thought so. Yeah, he accepts the emotion of the effulgence of his predominated. The words are very difficult as well. Shri Radhika and eternal pastimes for the enjoyment of the Krishna rasa there. So basically, Prabhu, Lord is always Lord and Srimati Radharani. They're always present eternally. I mean, at their eternal abode. That's the most important word in Goloka Vrindavan. With his associates, but when the associates they wanted to enjoy, like when some of them to see, I mean, enjoy apart from keeping him aside. So then he created the Bhul Lok, like Mrityu Lok, which is and they're called Mrityu Lok because it has got the cycle of life and death. One who takes birth will always die. So in the Bhulok, again, Lord is so merciful that he wanted to come. At that time there were so much of demoniac personalities. Earlier, the demons had different planets for themselves, but later as the yugas proceeded, all the demons and the devatas, they started living, coming closer, and on the earthly planet when the demons started doing their leelas, then Lord had to come as Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Lord Narasimhadev to annihilate the demons. So that was a purpose which could have been, in one of the lectures I was listening, that Lord was saying, said that just to kill Ravana or Kamsa, it could have been done like from a far distance as well. But to give mercy to Bibhishan or to give mercy to Sudama and all his associates, he needed to be personally present. So that's the main reason he came on this Bhulok, to give mercy and associate with his devotees, his friends. And though this Leela was limited, I mean, it had certain time, only like till 10 to 12 years of his life, when he was in Braja Vrindavan doing his pastimes with Srimati Radharani and the Gopas and the Gopis. So give them pleasure, because everybody, the rasa is like, rasa is Lord's rasa is the nectar, and I feel ras is the word. When all like a few last week we had this Sharad Purnima, right? So that's Ras Leela. So what is basically Ras Leela? What I think, I reflect it as like our individual desire to have the Lord in our life personally, to be able to serve Him personally, to have Him personally. So all these gopis, they wanted to serve the Lord, have Him, like with Him dancing, and whatever leelas they were doing, they just, that night, on the night of Sharad Purnima, they wanted the Lord just particularly for themselves, to themselves. So that's the reason Lord manifested into so many forms. And when we see these beautiful pictures of Ras Leela, we see everybody is doing different thing, and all the gopis are doing different things, different moves of dance, and Lord is present with each and every one of them. That's the beauty of Ras. So Ras is basically Lord's personal present with the devotee. So that's the main um, nectar of Vrindavan. Like he was there to serve his devotees, like Bhavagrahi Janardhan. So he's an Bhaktavatsal. Like though he's so powerful, he has got his opulent form and he can do so much. But he, like with Mother Yashoda binding him, or the Gopas and the Gopis, and whatever, he with bhakti and pure transcendental love, he became, he's ready to become the charioteer, like for Arjuna, or the cowherd boy, and just serve them and play with them. And so the main message of this was like, although all the Leela was going on, goes on eternally in Golok Vrindavan, but he has come temporarily on the Vraja, in Vrindavan, to do his same Leela for some time. That's my understanding, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Very beautiful. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very nicely explained. Okay. David Mataji, Sakshi Mataji, you wanted to add anything?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Yes, I mean, everything that Sanchita Mataji said so well, so beautifully. So my understanding from just that one line, it's not very easy, but I probably am completely on the wrong tangent here, is that in Golaka, the pleasures, the enjoyment of the ras and all those things were happening in, like it was happening in eternally. It was ongoing all the time, and it was on a massive scale. So, but that entirety, because it was happening, it's my understanding is a little bit like something happening on a grand scale, and then in material world it is happening same thing, but on a slightly smaller scale. Maybe not at all, because that line which says could not be had in its entirety in the pastimes of Krishna and Raj. So that I thought that maybe on material planet it is happening, but on a small, on not that much of a bigger scale as it's happening eternally. But I Prabhuji, I don't know much, so I could be completely wrong in this. Sorry about this.
Yes, Mataji, you have explained, you have reflected rightly, Mataji. When Krishna was present for 125 years here on the planet, but Vrindavana pastimes, it is maximum of how many years? Hardly, maybe couple of years. 16 years after that, he has left. These were manifested, and out of those years also, very few years, they were a glimpse. It is a glimpse of those pastimes for a people. Materialistic understanding, but actually they're eternally going on. Now also, if we just there is a nirvana, so different pastimes are being glorified by the devotees of the Lord. Again, in the Vrindavana, there are at least 5,000 temples. Prabhupada was mentioning. Every temple has got its different features. They are in a different mode, if different prasadams and different services are going on. The way of worship is a little bit of different compared to one temple to another temple. So, and also these pastimes, they are going on according to their mood and mellows, how they have attached. And in the Goloka Vrindavana, it is eternal, always going on.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Can I just add a little bit to my?
Yes, Mataji.
I know very little, but as I read somewhere that as you rightly said, that the pastimes are still going on. It's only that we in this material world, we do not have the chakshu, gyan chakshu, or we are not that elevated to see the or feel or see the pastimes. Is that correct, Prabhuji?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah, perfectly.
We are not qualified, actually. Basically, we are not qualified. We are not even elevated to that level to see the pastimes. They are still going on. They are still going on. And it's only that, even we're taking after so many births, maybe we will be only when we have that supreme knowledge, and we go closer to Krishna, then only we will be able to see the pastimes. But it's still going on. It's so beautiful, but it's still going on. Yes. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Very wonderful, Mataji. Thank you so much for sharing that information. Yes, we are all trying in the first of all Vidhi Bhakti. So just learning Shastra, how opulent the Lord is and how the Lord reciprocates with his devotees. Ye yatamam prapadyante tam sataiva bhajamyaham. Mama vattvanu manusyaha padda sarvashaha. त्वं भक्ति त्वं भक्ति त्वं भक्ति योग परिभावित सरोज आस्ते सुदक्षित पसो नृणाद पुंसां यद्यध्यात् मुरुगाय विभवयन्ति तद्दद्वपुः प्रणसे सद अनुग्रहाय तद्दद्वपुः. So if I approach Lord Krishna in a beautiful Shyam Chandra form, he will appear. If I wanted to see his 400 form, he would appear in that way. So establishing one of the path, however we wanted to reach the Lord. So we make our steps in the Vidhi Bhakti, learning and those steps associating with the devotees, learning Shastra and following rules and regulations, chanting Hare Krishna Maha Mantra. Gradually, that develops. That is the Vidhi Bhakti. And then one will slowly move into the Raganuga Bhakti. During the Raganuga Bhakti, everything spontaneously happens, the devotional service to the Lord. At the time, when it continues furthermore, he will be entering into Bhava, Prema, and Mahabhava. Radharani is in the Mahabhava stage. So, and many of the gopis in the Bhava, so absorption of Krishna. Okay, so going to that mode, everything we see in dovetailing to Krishna only. So those pastimes, again, bhavas, it cannot be discussed immediately, but yes, as Mataji has said, so those pastimes are keep on going on in everywhere, but eternally. But we cannot see with our material eyes. Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other comments? Okay, so that is from the Shri Brahma Samhita. So this is a long purport. Maybe we shall continue in the next session and then we'll finish off the next session. Okay, so that is Shri Brahma Samhita. So after that, all other purports are smaller only. It will be describing how the Lord expands, how he situated himself without coming in contact with Maya. And what about the universe means? how he expands as Lord Shiva in contact with material nature, Durga and Lord Shiva as a father and mother, and then later on from the Lord, his expansion Mahavishnu, and then from Mahavishnu there is again he creates a Lord Shiva and Vishnu and Brahma from the Mahavishnu. These three are from the Mahavishnu, they are the prototypes, and there are so many, so they will be outside of this, all the universes. And there are so many universes will coming in here, and then here Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, they will give their potency to the again this Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara in each and every universe. So that goes on further, those descriptions will come further. Okay, so but in this picture, so here who are created from the Mahavishnu, Brahma, Vishnu, Maheshwara, it is not explicitly shown here in this picture, but that comes from Sri Brahma Samhita later on. Okay, this is an entirely creation of the universe, and then later on, coming to our Chaturmukha Brahma, how he appears within our universe, and then he glorifies the Lord Krishna later on. That is just a glimpse of what we are going to see in the Brahma Samhita further. Okay, so dear devotees, when you get a chance, so you just go through this Sri Brahma Samhita. Here you would see from different references here. In the left side of the chart, so first of all, you would see Krishna Loka or Goloka Vrindavana. The descriptions, what we have seen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is abode of the Goloka Vrindavana. And further, this is the divisions of Goloka here. This is the petals. Outside is the leaves. Middle ones are the petals and the whole. And then divisions of Goloka here, Dwaraka, Madura, and Gokula. They are the four surroundings here, Madura, Jagannath Puri, Dwaraka here. Those descriptions are given here. Jagannath Puri and also Navadvipa also. Dwaraka, Madura, Gokula, and Jagannath Puri, Navadvipa. Those descriptions are here. And further, there is again different colors here. If you look at here, this yellow part is one color, and then orange part, and reddish, and then purple color, bluish color. So different colors. So these are Madhurya Rasa and Vashalya Rasa, Sakya Rasa, and Dasya Rasa, Shanta Rasa. Shanta Rasa goes in the outskirts, and a little bit is the Dasya Rasa coming nearer, and Sakya Rasa is a friendship, and then a little bit closer Vashalya Rasa, and then Madhurya Rasa goes in the middle, where this is the Premananda, Mahananda, Rasena, Avasitam Yet. That is the middle one is the Madhurya Rasa. And a little bit of description about the Ayodhya here. And from the other scriptures like Brihad Bhagavatamrita and Vaikuntha Loka, this is spiritual abode of Lord Vishnu. So this is Lagu Bhagavatamrita is given. And Padma Purana, Uttarakanda. And Srimad Bhagavatam, we see only little bit only. In the second canto, 9th chapter, third canto, 15th chapter, and 16th chapter. We see some of it, but in the other scriptures, it is Padma Purana, Uttarakanda, it describes more elaborately as well. So, and then further, this is Lagu Bhagavatamrita, it is described. And Brahman or Brahma Jyoti, about Brahman or Brahma Jyoti, and Virja river or Karana ocean. These descriptions are also given here. Okay, but it is slow read, but slow and reflect, and then keep reading it again and again, and then we'll come in more closer to these pictures. And further here it is also described in the from Brahma Samhita. And what is Pradhana, the unmanifested modes of material nature, Pradhana Prakriti, and then Mahatattva, and then Mahesh Dhamma, Devi Dhamma, and how to understand Lord Krishna's transcendental about some of the, and then what is about the material universe. It is a cross section showing the Kurma, Ananta, Shesha, and the Diggajas. Diggajas means Gajas. Gajas is the elephant. Dik means all the directions where the elephants are situated. Diggajas. They're balancing the disc of the Bhumandala. And then further another section of this Bhumandala with all the 7 islands and the 7 oceans are here. And in middle is the Meru mountain. On this top of this Meru mountain, demigods their I think guest houses. Likewise, they have got smaller boats as well, apart from their permanent abodes. And then further it is description of Krishna's divine forms, how he expands himself, different incarnations, different avatars here. So 6 kinds of avatars. Okay, so this is the description of the chart. When we have got familiarity with this one, when we are reading Bhagavatam or Chaitanya Charitamrita or Sri Brahma Samhita, we match all together at once. Okay, then we know what is our destination. So here in this chart, the one constant string is the line going on, chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So it does not stop at Vaikuntha itself. It goes further taking us to the middle of this lotus flower, to the Madhurya Rasa. So to become one of the Gopi Jana, we wanted to become one of the Gopi Jana. So in the Madhurya Rasa, of course, different devotees have got a different taste and mellows, but Madhurya Rasa goes in the middle, Premananda, Mahananda. Okay, I'll stop there and I request if you have got devotees any reflections or you want to ask anything, kindly ask or kindly reflect. If there are no questions, no sharings, then we shall conclude our session and continue with further japa.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you for sharing the knowledge and all that, everything that we do in the Saturday sessions. It's like so much to reflect and so much of self-study required to be able to understand this chart. And as you mentioned, so that when we read Bhagavatam, it comes to our mind, Chaitanya Charitamrita, it comes to our mind, like the devotee who has done this, like so much of reference from other texts like uh, Brihad Bhagavatam, Laghu Bhagavatam, and so much of study to just put it together is visualized so beautifully. So every time you share, um, along with the text of the Brahma Samhita, we can correlate, not completely, but little bit trying. So yeah, but a lot of self study is required as well. Yeah, thank you so much for just giving us the seeds like that, taking it from your spiritual masters and giving it to us. So we are very grateful for that, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Let's all say unmute and say 3 loud Hari Bols to Prabhu. Hari Bol.
Hari Bol, Prabhu.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari
Thank
Bol.
you, Prabhuji, so much. Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, everyone.
It's all with your help. I am also learning. I am also journeying. We are walking in the same path. So I am also learning from all of you. Okay, and all glories to all of you, all the devotees constantly coming and helping each other to learn and progress in the spiritual path. Yeah, again, there are different sampradayas are also there in the Krishna con. So we are the topmost. So of course, everyone has got their own, but here, as per this, our acharyas, there is no better. This is the topmost, and that's why the rules and regulations they are very strict. We do not mix with the other sampradayas in terms of the philosophy. Of course, they have got a different mode. They're also transcendental. It's a different mode. Our mood is different. So there may be clash whenever coming to the mood and the rasas and mellows and understandings. So that's why we do not mix our mood with other devotees. Other philosophies, other siddhantas, they have got their own thing. Our one is the topmost. As per my understanding, there is no parallel or equal one or better than this. This is the topmost one. And also the rules are very strict here. We follow rules and regulations very strictly. There is no compromise on that. Of course, but devotees who are progressing, they are progressing. We do not say anything that you become 100% in the beginning. We don't say that. But you have got a target, but we are progressing in our own frequency, in our own path. Okay. In the philosophy wise, there should not be any philosophies, and mood wise, there are no contradictions. Everyone are aligned together. That is our philosophies. Okay. Thank you so much, dear devotees. So we shall.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, yeah, I mean, you answered my question I had asked on Monday. So, so when in the Bhagavatam it said we take shelter of Lakshmi Devi and Sita Devi. So, I mean, does it? I mean, what was the reference to? Like, was it like as a Sri Sampradaya or like that, or just like? I mean, just wanted to clarify that one, Prabhu.
So there is Sampradaya Mataji, Sampradaya Vihinam Te Mantram Nishpalam Mataha. So here Prabhupada mentions that one. So, thank you. This one. So Prabhupada statement. Sampradaya Vihina Ye Mantraha Te Nishpalam Mataha. So just let us see Prabhupada's words on that one. What is came on? I think it came in. So here, Prabhupada statement, Sampradayana Vihina Ye mantraste nishpalamataha. The knowledge of the Supreme received from such Sampradaya disciplic section can give one enlightenment. If one does not take to the path of disciplic section, it is not possible for one to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, so if one understands Supreme Lord through the devotional service with faith in disciplic section, then advances further. He awakens his natural love for God, and then his success in life is assured. So here Prabhupada mentions the sampradayas, 4 sampradayas: Brahma Sampradaya, Rudra Sampradaya, Shri Sampradaya, and Kumar Sampradaya. So there is no conflict in terms of the high level philosophy, but the mood is different. Mellows and moods are different. So when we are talking about Krishna's pastimes, we go deep into the Krishna's pastimes and the gopis and Radharani. But here in the Shri Sampradaya, they do not go that much deep. They are wanted to be like a Dasya, Santarasha, and serve the Lord in his majestic opulent form. So in the high level philosophy, no conflicts. So our Lord is in the Narayana, here in the Vaikuntha, or in the Krishna and the Goloka. That remains same. But the mood and mellows, it varies. And in a different, for example, Kumara Sampradaya, I think this is Nimbarka Acharya is the Acharya for that. Their mood is little bit different. They worship Bala Gopala. And the Rudra Sampradaya, they have got a little bit of differences. It's a different, mellows are different. Sometimes we may come across, okay, we worship and like that, some kind of questions may rise, but we do not conflict those things. But here, when we see from the high level point of view, in the Golok Vrindavana, those 5 rasas. In the left side here, these 5 rasas have been given. Middle one is the yellow, and it's a different layers of that lotus. Madhuri rasa, Vashalya rasa, Sakya rasa. If I wanted to worship Balagopala in the Kumara Sampradaya, Yes, that is also there. There is no conflict, but it's a different layer. One who understands this entire lotus flower, he understands there is no conflict. It is only the mood and mellows. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. So, in the like in the Sri Sampradaya, from where we have Ramanujacharya. So, like we see so many places also like where his influence has been there, even in the Gaudiya Vaishnava literature as well. Um, so was it that at that time the when the acharyas they were there together, was it still so strict about just to follow their own sampradaya and not get into the literature of, I mean, Mello, I understand, Prabhu, I mean, because at the end they all worship Supreme Personality, but in a different form. Some in Madhurya, some in Sakha, some in Vatsalya. I understand that. But like when it's said about in the Bhagavatam, so is there some part of the Bhagavatam then we don't accept? Is it that was like I was trying to understand? Is like when they said you take the in that shloka, I don't remember of Lakshmi Devi, Sita Devi, and also was it referring to the Sampradayas or just Lakshmi, I mean Sri Sampradaya as such, or Lakshmi Devi as a consort of Lord Vishnu? I mean, of course, in Sri Sampradaya, it's they were Vishnu Narayan, I mean Lakshmi and Narayan, so it's in their form. So was it referring to the Sampradaya or just like that? So there lied my confusion. So Prabhu, I don't remember that. Which look was it we were doing on Monday?
This one was on the third. Let me go here. It is Sampradaya, I think. I think this 37 shloka. So I think it is, you have asked on Monday, Mataji, this question.
Yes, Prabhu, I think so.
Okay, so this is, if it is Monday, that is shloka number maybe 3 days, 4 days ago. 5 days ago is a 38 shloka. Celestial. This is the internal potency of the Lord Paraprakriti, Rukmini Devi Sita Devi. So here, Srimati Radharani, Srimati Rukmini Devi, and Lakshmi Devi, Sita Devi. So these are all, when we speak about Ramachandra and Lakshmana, Sita Devi, everyone worshipped Ramachandra and everyone wanted to have Ramarajam. So here, according to the people's mood and the nature of the people, the society, the sampradayas, one sampradaya will take over higher. But sometimes people may not be following all rules and regulations that much easily. For them in the South India, it is this temple means you have to enter, take bath, and then come here, wash your hands, and then come with the coconut and then tulsi leaves and the flowers and fruits to offer it to the Lord and to do the archana. And that way they will go to the temple in a proper mood. As soon as they enter into the temple, it is all in the divine realm. And then they will go and then come out again, engage themselves. But as soon as they go to the temple, immediately they will be in a particular mode, a humble mode. So where people are not very strict about the society, so for them such kind of rules and regulations are required. But in the Vrindavana, they are naturally affectionate, but they may not have all those rules. But we cannot compare those modes. And if we go to the Ramachandra, Ayodhya, again it's a different mode. It is for the people. It is generally based on the people, the societies, how they are it drives whenever Shankaracharya has appeared. At the time, people of this material world are poorly, mm, they have got poor funded knowledge. So there is nothing, it is voidism, something in order to throw away. But here he has brought this one to throw the Buddhism outside of to drive out from India. So Shankaracharya has appeared, but at the same time, but Krishna consciousness was completely covered. Even though he is a devotee of the Lord, it is covered, but he has given something, but it is not very the highest thing. But the highest thing was it is covered. And also he has spread in a different way. Sarva karma parityajyam. So likewise, the pure devotional service, it is coming only in our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srimad Brahma Gaudi Sampradaya, in a Chaitanya's lineage, where we take to the access to the Srimati Radharani and Krishna. When Krishna is Supreme Personality of Godhead, when all scripture says, then his potency is Srimati Radharani. That was covered. But other things, whenever the Lakshmi Devi and Narayana, it is open secret. So everyone, whoever goes to the temple, they must follow the rules and regulations. And Brahmana, some initiations and taking uh, the initiations in that sampradaya, it is very strict. And also Mayavad sampradaya, so the rules are also very strict. By birth, you must be a Brahmana like that. So every sampradaya has got, but it is according to the social customs. The people, how they have their mood, that depends. So this is what my understanding.
Okay, thank you, Prabhu. I get what you're saying. Like, I mean, these Vishnu Narayan, Lakshmi Narayan temples in the because South did not get much affected. It was mostly in the North, Central India, and all where the Buddha, when he came, the Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya. So that part, like, to remove that, and bring the dharma back. So they Shankaracharya and Ramanuja, they just remove the cover out of it, but actually I mean, Radha Krishna, I mean, of course it's eternal, so it would be there, but somehow it was covered and they played their role. So yeah, Prabhu, I think I understand with your reflection. So yeah, thank you, Prabhu, for, yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, thank you so much, Sanchita Mataji, Gaurangi Mataji, Jayaved Mataji, Prabhavati Sachi Mataji, and Sakshi Mataji. Nice to see you, Sakshi Mataji. Hope to hear you. On Saturday mornings and Sunday mornings, we have got a little bit of time for discussions and philosophy and anything devotees wanted to share.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for sharing this beautiful knowledge. Prabhuji, can you share this this chart, Golika Vrindavan chart on this chart? Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, sure, Mataji.
Please, thank you. I will have a look at it because it is so interesting, and I don't know anything about this, so I will read it. And if I have any, and when I have any questions, I can please ask you, Prabhuji.
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
Yes.
Actually, Mataji, so nice to have your association after long.
After
So
long, yes, Mataji, I was in India. My father passed away, so I was in India with my mother and my family, and I came back only recently. In September, I came back from Mataji. Yeah.
okay, sorry to hear about your loss, and praying for his onward journey, Prabhu. And
Thank you, Mataji.
yeah, giving our pranams to your mother,
Thank
and hope you are already taking shelter of Krishna, so he will just make you take you going forward. He will always be there with you, Mother. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji, for your wishes and prayers. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Thank you, Mataji. Okay, so please join us for everyday japa, Mataji. It will be so nice.
Yes, Prabhuji. Yes.
That's at some devotees, advanced devotees may come at 5 o'clock itself and start chanting.
Yes, I do my rounds, Prabhuji, but not in the early morning when possible during work time and all. So that's
Yeah.
yeah.
And 5:30 to 6:30 is japa, and then for another 6:30 to 7 o'clock this Prabhupada's letter Bhagavatam, and then again devotees continue with further additional japa, extended japa session. And later on devotees, they may leave as they go for work. So that is extended japa.
Okay, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Thank you. I'll join this evening class as well. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Yes.
Krishna. Yeah, we shall conclude. Panchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः।
अनंत कोटि
श्री वैष्णव वृंदा की जय।
शिल
शिला
प्रभुपाद
प्रभुपाद
की
की जय।
जय।
श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्री
जय
अष्टकम की जय।
जय
कार्तिक महीना की जय।
जय।
हरे कृष्णा। थैंक यू
हरे
प्रभु जी।
कृष्ण।
हरे कृष्णा।